So they're saying this guy is a copycat. You got Luigi Mangione fans, Luigi Mangione hysteria. A whole bunch of people just going crazy over Luigi Mangione. So this is a Michigan man's been arrested after he allegedly stabbed the president of his company. So this is Erik Denslow right here, the president of a manufacturing company, which goes unnamed. So we'll say alleged owner of some sort of factory. The suspect stabbed Denslow in the side with a knife, fled the scene in a vehicle. He was arrested 15 minutes later. They're searching for a motive, and they just don't know, you know. It's just probably a copycat, right? He just wants some attention. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the oppression. I'm sure he wasn't being a piece of shit. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. There was a woman who had just said something like, you know, if you deny me, you know, deny, delay, depose, you know, deny, delay, depose, what you gonna do? So this woman is Brianna Boston. It was Boston Corbett that had shot and killed, what's that fucker's name? Oh, come on, the guy that killed Lincoln. I don't know, fucking douchebag McGee. So it was a guy named Boston that had killed Lincoln. And so I want a picture of this woman. Where is she at? Brianna Boston. All she did, she just said that during the end of the recorded conversation, she just says, delay, deny, depose, you people are next. You know, I mean, if somebody fucks you over, yeah, well, fuck you and fuck your mother. You could, you know, turn that into like some sort of goddamn threat. Oh, he just said fuck me and fuck my mother. He must do something. Let's see, Brianna. I was listening to this song here. It's such a good song. There's no you in United Health, no me in the company.
There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity.
There's hardly humans in humanity. There's hardly humans in... No, not... Brianna Boston, assholes. I mean, and then she was arraigned or something, and they're going to give her like 50,000 years or some shit. I forget exactly what her punishment was, but 42-year-old mother, right? Oh yeah, there's a danger to society right there, okay? You know, she was like, hey, can I have an aspirin? No, you can't have an aspirin. Well, you better watch your back, motherfucker. When I think about how stupid, there's a guy that was actually, people say stupid shit all the fucking time. There was a guy that was was working at Ruby Tuesdays up in Medina, Ohio. And at Ruby Tuesdays, the guy, he got mad and frustrated with me. Something about, I don't know, didn't goddamn wash the fucking something. And he was like, I'm gonna kill you. He's flat out said he was gonna fucking kill me. So this is a manager of Ruby Tuesdays. I'm gonna fucking kill you. So when people are like, you know, go fuck yourself, it's like you gotta really, you get pissed off, you could say go fuck yourself, but you can't. I think there is something to, you know, not threatening people. Delay, deny, depose, you people are next. Okay, so you shouldn't say stupid things, and but is saying something the same thing as doing something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I believe in free speech, and people are pissed off. You know, instead of people saying, well, why did you deny her for the aspirin? You know, she wanted aspirin, she paid all this money into the fucking company, and you're not going to give her some aspirin. Is anybody asking that question? And so really, you know, if they're going to push this thing, I would push, if I'm Brianna Boston, push this all the way to a jury trial, you know, from Lakeland, Florida. I hear she's charged with a fucking felony. You're going to put a fucking felony on that? She needed an aspirin, and you had to fuck her the fuck over. Let's see here. Let's carry on. Let's see. It was taken as a threat. The FBI got involved. Oh, okay. We're going to turn this into a fucking federal case, huh? She apologized for her remarks, you know, like, and she doesn't even have any firearms. So, like, what? I mean, I guess she's going to, what, print up some fucking firearms, and it's a bunch of fucking cops, so they all got firearms. You know, they threaten violence when they say, you know, come with me or else what? Well, violence is going to happen. So just by their presence, by their fucking, by who they are, just by who they are, they're threatening motherfucking violence. And so it's interesting how people are kind of like taking sides of this Luigi thing. It's incredible, to be honest with you. Because you still got, let's just take a look at around the world, right? Sonia Massey got shot in the fucking face, right? Well, I mean, she did what the cop said, and then the cop got all fucking pissed off, and then she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. Okay, you got Destiny Hope that was shot and killed. I mean, I'll read this later on just to see what had, I guess, specifically had happened. But this is getting out of fucking control. Destiny Hope is a little baby who got shot in the fucking head. So, God, if you can't even make 3 months being an American little kid, you know, I was an American baby. My mom had held me. They got into an argument. Then she had got up and she was all pissed off. And then we shot the baby in the head. You know, this is America. This is supposed to be the land of milk and honey, the greatest country in the world, richest country, the freest country in the world. And yet the baby got shot in the fucking head. So that just, when the baby gets shot in the head, you just, I mean, you don't have much, what options do you have? Basically, that's all that Destiny Hope is going to be. That's all Destiny Hope is ever going to be. And so what? She wanted an aspirin, you know, 40 years later, she asked for a fucking aspirin and they won't give her a fucking aspirin. So she's just kind of saying, you know, you better be on guard and, you know, you better watch out. And frankly, if you know, when it comes to single payer healthcare, this is our insult to the intelligence of the American people. It absolutely is an insult to the intelligence of the American people. You go and ask for a fucking aspirin, you pay them fucking thousands of dollars for deductibles and this shit and that shit, and then they won't give you the fucking aspirin. That's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit how people treat each other. And, you know, nobody gives a fuck. Destiny Hope, Sonia Massey, the genocide in Gaza, Brandon Durham, black man gets shot up by the fucking cops over in Las Vegas. Daley Jackson, Jordan Neely, these were good young black youth who were violence interrupters. So since the cops and the politicians ain't going to do shit about the violence in the ghettos, well, they're going to send young teenagers out into the fucking violent world and tell them to just use their words. So you're going to send teenagers out into the, you know, violent streets, and they're supposed to just use their charisma, use, you know, what, their smile, their charming smile, use jokes, use knowledge, and just use their friendship, their warm and kind, wholehearted soul. And they're supposed to solve fucking violence. Then they got shot and fucking murdered. Who the fuck gives a fuck about them? How many people get shot and killed every fucking day and nobody gives a fuck at all? So to be honest, the rich and powerful, they are showing their ass by how fucking freaked out that they are fucking being. When it comes to somebody who's not rich and powerful, they don't give a flying fuck. The CEOs are taking all their shit down. So people are pissed off. People are frustrated. But because they're fucking vultures. Because they're fucking predators. Yeah, Destiny Hope died. You think any of these, you think this fucking company gave a shit? You think that other fucking, you know, guy that, you think this president, you think this motherfucking president ever gave a shit? You think Brian Thompson ever gave a shit? He's like, man, I can't believe Destiny Hope got killed. He is going to give a fuck about nobody. He don't give a shit at all. He's going to find the murderers of Jordan Neely and Daley Jackson. No, he don't give a shit. But whenever he calls the cops for like some petty dumb thing, right? This person stole $1 from me. Then they'll get fucked the fuck over. This damn culture, you're creating the very criminals. You're creating the very criminals. People live a non-violent way. They get frustrated. They said something dumb. Give her a slap on the wrist and let her go home. But instead you're going to put an ankle monitor on her. And now she's going to have to fucking goddamn be a felon. So she's not going to be able to get a goddamn job now because she needed a fucking a damn cup of insulin. You know, she needed a goddamn fucking sonogram, fucking ultrasound. She needed some sort of, you know, what the fuck. Whereas in Canada, you get sick, you walk in the hospital, you get taken care of, you walk the fuck out, you know. So before you got to get sick, you got to call a person while you're sick and while you got the fucking headache and while you got the broken leg, while you got the fucking cancer. And then that piece of shit is going to say, well, we can't fucking do this or do that. And it's like, Why the fuck can't you? Fucking do it. Fucking do your fucking job. Well, actually, our job is to fuck you over so we can make money for the shareholders. They're sharks. They're vultures. So to be absolutely frank, the rich and powerful, they're showing their ass because all you have to do is eat one of the rich and now they're going to all freak the fuck out. They're all going to freak the fuck out. The CEOs are taking all the information. They're scrubbing the internet. They're scrubbing the internet. You should live your life in a way that when somebody, you know, hurts you, they don't fucking celebrate. They don't all fucking cheer. People are sick of the bullshit. You know you didn't give a fuck about Sonya Massey. You know you didn't give a fuck about no Destiny Hope, Brandon Durham, no Isaiah Shell, Daley Jackson, Jordan Neely. You didn't give a fuck about any of these people. You don't give a fuck about other people's lives. So to sit there and try to pretend like all of a sudden you all give a fuck about people's lives, we know that ain't true. We know that ain't true. You don't give a fuck about people's lives. So let's see if we could read a little bit based on the aforementioned stuff. Oh yeah, she's a terrible person. But what actually here I'll try to do a story on her. Let's see what she was actually asking for. Let's see if the fucking punishment fits the crime with her. She asked for an aspirin. She got pissed off, and then they recorded what she said. She's like, "Listen here, you punk." She could have just called him a punk-ass bitch, right? They would have been equally as pissed off, but then what? Is that, can that be threatening too? They called me a punk-ass bitch. I felt threatened. Okay, well, we feel threatened, motherfucker. We have to go through you in order to get an aspirin, and then when you start talking to us stupid, it seems like you're saying that my fucking health don't matter. That's threatening. If you want to play dumbass games, right? It's like we're not on the same page when it comes to what our freedoms are and what felonies are. Don't rape, don't rob, don't murder, don't steal, don't kill, don't... She didn't do any of these things. She didn't do any of these things. Give her a slap on the wrist and let her go back home. And if, I think she should take us straight to a jury trial. Fuck this stupid motherfucking shit, man.